Hi, and welcome to 3 Things in 3 Minutes. I'm Nersi. Today we are looking at Tapestry from Stonemaier Games. It plays 1 to 5 players and plays in about 90 to 120 minutes. And as a disclosure, I served as one of the lead playtesters for the game. Now what it's about, Tapestry is a civilization game that primarily has you moving across tracks to advance your civilization. Most rounds you'll pay resources to move up one of 4 tracks. Exploration to add new tiles to the map, technology to gain inventions, military to conquer tiles, and science to move up along the other tracks. You'll also acquire buildings and place them on your capital city board. Now eventually you'll move to a new era and gain rewards from your income buildings, advancing technologies, and playing tapestry cards, which represent some key development in your civilization that often affects the rules for that era. The game continues until all players have completed 4 eras, and then whoever has the most points wins. What I like, and it is clear that Tapestry aims to offer a streamlined civilization game. Now most important to this are the largely linear tracks, which take the place of tech trees. Some of the spaces give you choices that let you customize your progression a bit, but most will just require that you decide which track you're moving along, which makes the turns fast. There is still, however, strategy in how you manage the tracks, and one of the keys to the game is chaining some combinations on how you progress, so you use rewards from one action to fuel your next action and squeeze as much as you can out of each era. And the game still has a sense of progression, with your later turns having many more options, becoming more complex in decision making, and gaining benefits of your engine building. And there's no denying the amazing components, from the beautifully detailed and painted landmark sculpts to the income buildings, and even the high quality stock of the paper and the finish on the player mats. Now, points to consider. Streamlining a civilization game means that much of it is abstracted, and later in the game you end up doing similar actions for similar rewards rather than doing something that seems truly new. Now, similarly, some of the themes on the tracks, inventions, and your income board don't really factor much into the gameplay. And also abstracted are the capital city maps, where you lay your buildings and landmarks to gain rewards for completing rows, columns, and a 3x3 grid. And while the spatial tile laying aspect does mix up the gameplay a bit, it's a bit off from the Civ theme and can end up feeling disjointed. And the game does have good variability with each civilization, but only a few of them actually favor a specific game style. Now that can be good or bad depending on how much direction you want from your asymmetry, which means you can often employ the same strategy from game to game. And even though the technologies and tapestries may push you in one direction or another, they're subject to luck of the draw, and their effects are usually minor. And as beautiful as the illustration and the components are, the board and the tracks themselves look a bit simplistic, and the landmarks don't often fit right on your capital city grid. So, in summary, it is a fast, streamlined Civ game that cleverly uses tracks instead of tech trees, though the game can get very abstracted. You get a good sense of progression from the engine building, but there's not much keeping you from doing the same thing from game to game, and it has gorgeous components, especially the buildings, though the capital city portion itself is a bit disjointed. Thanks so much for watching. Please make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel.